Hello lovely family and friends, a warm welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing great by God's grace. I'm doing very well too, thank you. So today I want to share this gizzard recipe with you. This one is called Mambee's special. Mambee, I want to say Maabena. Yeah, Mambee's gizzard recipe. Amazing. When I went to Ghana, she made some, like she used to make it and sell, and I had some and it was fantastic. So I stole the recipe and now I've revamped it. Okay, and I've put a brocheries in flavor in it, and it is delicious, fantastic, amazing. And I want to share that with you. So stay with me. So yes, I have some spring onions. Okay, so this is spring onion, this is the purple one. Okay, and this is my green chilies, right? I'm going to blend these, right, and we'll add this to my beaten. I'm adding rosemary as well. So the key to making delicious gizzard kebab is chilies. Okay, because gizzard can be very nauseating, it can be nyanyalistic, just say nyany. So you need something to lift out that nyanyalistic from it, right? So that is chilies is the only thing that can do that, right? So the chilies has to be a lot, otherwise you have to deal with the nyanyalistic. What I say? So I've put everything together. I'm going to blend it, right? So it's blended, it's ready. So now we're going to deal with our gizzard. So gizzard is that part of the chicken that helps it to break down food. So it's like the gizzard stomach, right? So all the things that the chicken will eat will be stored there. So we need to clean it really, really well. Usually gizzard, it comes with, you know what I'm showing, excess fat. And usually there's a lining in there. But then this particular batch that I bought, all the lining has been taken out. So what I am doing now is going in and taking out all those little fat that is around the gizzard. Okay, so I'm using my hands to pull them off. So at the end, you see that's what I'm trying to show you here. Try and take all of it painstakingly. Just say, it is painstaking. Just say, hey, yeah. And so it needs to be done if you want clean, delicious gizzard. If you don't mind and you want to eat it, fair enough, I won't judge. So this is the fat. You see what is on the surface of the water, that's the fat. So initially, if you saw, I added some vinegar, okay, to help clean. So I let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes and I'll wash it, and you see the difference when it's washed, nicely cleaned, right? Okay, so I take it out, wash it, and look at how clean it looks. Perfect, right? So I will add our blended onions, okay, I mean spring onions and the chilies, right? And this is my beaten. I'm going to bring you the recipe. I say we make him say yes in it, but it'll come. So I add it, and I as always, I wash my jug and I'll add it, and then salt to taste. Make sure it is seasoned really, really well, okay? But then don't go overboard, because at the end we'll be adding some suya pepper, kebab pepper, right? And that one also has got salt. Otherwise, your kebab will be too salty. So you have to measure the salt. Make sure that your salt is well balanced. Otherwise, it will go wrong. So I'm going to boil it and cook it until it's cooked, okay? And then we'll continue with the process. All right, so I've come in. Usually when I'm using my beaten, because it's frozen, when I put it on, I leave it to steam for like 10 minutes. I come in, it's melted, and before I mix, okay? So that's what I've just done. So now my gizzard is nicely cooked, ready to be eaten. Just before I went to the skewers, now my half the chilies. Oh, if you love chilies, use green chilies. It comes through and it's amazing. So I have my skewers, which are my kebab sticks or whatever you call it, and I'm soaking it in water, right? So we soak it in water so that when you put it in the oven or you put it on fire, it doesn't burn, because there's water soaked in it and it will not burn. So it's to prevent it from catching fire, really. That's why we soak in the water. So my kebab has cooled down. I needed it to cool down because I was coming to skew it, okay, line it on the skewer, all right? So it needs to cool down before I can handle it. So now it's done, and that broth or the stock. You can use it to cook rice, or you can use it in your stew. You can use it for anything. But to be honest, I poured it out. Store for future use. Don't mind me. Okay, so yeah. So what I'm going to be doing now, I strain it and make sure there is all the excess water comes out, and then I start to skew it or line it on the skewer, right? So I'm wearing gloves here because it's hot as in not heat hot, but chili hot, spicy hot. I don't want my hands to be burning me once I'm done. So here I'm brushing some oil onto my rack, okay, so that my gizzard doesn't stick, okay, when it goes into the oven, right? So once that is done, then we go into the skewing process. So I've cut some onions and some green peppers, okay. I also have some red peppers, but I didn't show that, all right. So I'm skewing, and the way I'm doing it, I just want you to see. So I did it in two ways of skewing this gizzard. You can just try and line it through the gizzard vertically, okay. So actually you're going to do it like straight through the gizzard, right? So one gizzard, then an onion, then green pepper, or like however you do it. Actually, I wasn't paying attention to exactly what I was doing, okay? So just like that. Another way you can also do it is when you take the gizzard, then you fold the gizzard into two. So gizzard, it looks like it's sort of two sections or something. So as you see me do, I fold it together, and then I skew it through it just to hold it together. That way it makes the gizzard look smaller, and then it's even easier to skew it, right? So you see just that you put it together like that, and then you skew it, you line it, right? And then you just add your vegetables. So it's as easy as that. I find this way it's easy to go through the membranes of the gizzard easily. It's easier than the other way, right? I hope I'm making sense. And yes, so once we are done skewing, then we move on with the process. I hope you've seen enough to know how it's done. So it's all done. As I said, I use some red peppers as well. I didn't show that. So now I'm going to glaze my gizzard, and I'm using suya pepper and then some oil. You can use any oil of your choice. I'm using vegetable oil, okay, right? So I'm going to mix it. What you need to do is to mix it to be a very loose consistency. What you see here is too thick. Later on, I had to add some more oil to make it easier for me to glaze the gizzard, okay? Until just make sure or make say loose kakra, be man too thick. And suya pepper, kebab pepper, the unim say it's got salt and pepper and everything in it. So the thing is going to be super chilly. So I got a plate, and what I did is I just take one kebab or gizzard kebab, and then I brush the glaze on it. That's all I'm doing. So I'm going to do it for each and every one of them, right? So it's a way of making your gizzard kebab more delicious. Trust me, it's just incredible. It's amazing. So you just keep glazing it like that, and then you get more flavors into it. Already now the gizzard is tasting. It's like the gizzard is just fine, just fine. And look at how beautiful it looks already. So I've not even popped it in the oven yet, and look at how beautiful and delicious it looks. Okay, so I do some more glazing to make sure that it's nice, everywhere is nicely coated, and then it goes straight into the oven, right? So now it's back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over. Like you see that when I turn it over, that's when you see that one side has been cooked. So what we are doing, we are not really cooking because it's already cooked. So you pop it in the oven for just 7 minutes, 5 minutes on the first side and 2 minutes on the second side, and just for it to brown a little bit and more glazing, and then your kebab is ready. It's so delicious. And I took it to the beach on that day, and it was really enjoyed, and the rest came home, and that day raining, it was just good. So I just thought to share this recipe with you, and I hope you enjoyed it, right? So once I turn it over, I glaze it some more, okay? Then it goes into the oven, and it comes out looking amazing. Glaze it, and it's ready to be served, right? So hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. If only you enjoy this content, then you can subscribe, right? Just consider, right? And then share if you think this recipe it's useful and to help someone. I am so grateful to you all for coming. God bless you all. And then I am off. Just let me call. I'll see you in the next one. Why? My name is Mambee now. So Mama worry and Chebia meba fee. Right? Meba. So our gizzard is done. Thank you for stopping by. Bye.